Keruku and Mijusuima used to be 1,000 to 10,000 when they first came out, but now they've skyrocketed into hundreds of thousands of Mush. Mijusuima is now 60,000 and Keruku is roughly 120,000, and they're both still rising. In this video, I'm going to be covering why and possibly how these badge reward species gain so much value in a matter of months. The amount of Keruku estimated it is 24,222. Well, that's made an amount of major statement 92012. The less amount of badge reward species means the more valuable they will be in time, as they will not be returned to the game. And with such limited amounts of these in the game, it was only a matter of time before the price raised. Unfortunately for the Mijusuima, the price was artificially raised by people who have been hoarding hundreds and even thousands of the species. Unfortunately, it was only a matter of time before something like this happened, as this creature would not be returned to game, and people found a loophole to that. The moderators and devs at the time when it first came out that the price was being artificially raised had made a statement. As far as I am aware, and please do not quote me on this, as I can be wrong, these people who are artificially raising the price of the Mijusuima were banned from the Discord server. But at that point, the damage had already been done, and many players have believed that the price of Mijusuima was actually worth upwards of 50,000 Mush. Players had tried to make the creature go down in value to its actual pricing again, but it has not worked. And as of today, the price is raised once again to 60,000. As unfortunate as it is unfortunately the true state, as people panicked buy. They believe that if they do not buy it now, it's such a good price that it will go up in value, and they will not be able to afford it, and they'll lose out on making more Mush. I'm now going to be speaking about the Keruku, and why it is worth 120,000 Mush as of now. The Keruku was a badge reward for players who played in beta and sent Robux, which ultimately supported the game. As I've stated before, an estimated amount of 24,000 players only have this creature. Thus, that means there is only 24,000 species of this creature. And due to where it is and how hard it is to get, players are swarming over each other to get the best deals. And it was only a matter of time before it came into the hundreds of thousands worth of Mush. Now, it is not believed, nor do I personally believe, that this creature was artificially raised. I think it is more the fact that it was panic buying and how limited it was due to the lack of species. And you may be asking, why is a creature with such low HP like the Keruku and Mijusuima so high in value when there is many other creatures who are just thousands to 10,000 of Mush? Well, this is because, as unfortunate as their HP is low, but they do have very good perks that not a lot of other species have. And for their value, most players just like to flex that. They have the species and not just a slot and how rich they are or were. No, personally, I don't think that they are personally bad stats, as they can easily kill other creatures. It personally just depends on your skill and your experience. And now I'm going to be moving on to a creature I have not mentioned into this video yet, the Corvirax and Aeolinus. First off, I'm going to be speaking about the Corvirax. Originally, this creature was not worth that much when it first came out, and you can find players who would be selling it for maybe 1,000 to 10,000. And I'm not completely sure, nor is it confirmed or any proof to support this, but this creature could have been artificially raised personally. I don't believe it was. I think it was just how much hype there was for it, just like how the other badge limiteds are so much. The Corvirax is one of the flyers and is the most expensive of the 3 flyers that are a badge limited. And it has a very, very quick and fast bite cooldown, making it very good to kill with, and most people will buy this creature for the fact that it is very valuable or very good to kill with. I am not sure how many there is estimated to be, but I would say a little how many Mijusuimas there are. The Aeolinus. This species started off around 1,000 to 2,000 when it first came out, and many people did not want it. Many people did not realize that it would skyrocket just like the other its other limiteds, and it was looked over. This may be one of the reasons why this is the cheapest of the world. Limited being to 30,000 or 35,000. This is the most cheapest and third flyer in the badge limited category. Personally, I don't think it was artificially raised like the Mijusuima rather. I think it was just raised in price because the others were gaining more attention and value. Now you and probably many others are asking yourself, should I sell or save my roll limiteds? Personally, I think that it's rather dependent on the species, as I've seen the Mijusuima raise today. The Keruku has stayed at 120,000 for some time like the Aeolinus. These two creatures have a stable price right now and are currently not raising. The Corvurax is only slightly unstable, as the only unstable creature is the Mijusuima. Personally, I believe that you might want to keep them if you do want to make more of a profit in the future, but it will cost some time. It could take months or even a year for the prices to go up to what you want to, or even just for that one role creature. But if you are looking for a quick buck or a way to get richer, faster, I recommend selling it now rather than later, as I could be wrong and the price can always drop. I don't believe that the prices will drop too much to the tens of thousands or anything, as this creature will not ever be returned to the game. None of the roll limits will. And unfortunately, there is a cap for trades for 35,000 per trade, and this can result in scams. And one way I avoid being scammed, especially when I sell Mijusuimas, I like to sell for 35,000 mushing creatures that will make the trade value 50,000. This way, it's all only one trade I have to do, and it completely takes out the fact that you can be scammed. Unfortunately, this is hard to do with the more valuable creatures, such as Corvurax and Keruku. I don't really have much to say on how you cannot really be scammed on these two creatures, as I have never personally gotten one of them, nor do I really want to, as I do not need it. But the one thing I can say is go on Discord and do it through the server. Find someone trustworthy, and if they have a link that they send you, no matter what, just don't click out, no matter how trustworthy or cool they seem. I suggest finding someone with a tier 4 Sonarian or above to trade with, as they are more likely to be trustworthy and not scam. But you can also do to Mijusuimas and let's say 30,000. Know most people who buy and don't want to get scammed for the Corvurax will trade 20,000 and a Mijusuima. I hope this video helped anyone who is watching this, and if you guys want me to post more like this, please leave a like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it, and I am looking forward to posting in this community.